welcome the heck back to Let's Play the gosh darn Legend of Dragoon. I am thrilled, my friends. Today is the 27th, so I'm recording this actually 8 days ahead of time. Last week's episodes were on the old version, and today they released a patch, because I'm way ahead of my recording schedule. So they released a patch. All the bugs are fixed. They're done. They're gone. Poof. Bye-bye. Now, that said, the old bugs from the original game, like freezing after the water dragon fight, still present. Makes sense. They're not going to recode the game. It was just issues with how they were playing the files through the new PS5, PS4 architecture, hardware, blah, blah, blah. A little above my pay grade to know that stuff. So the game's still a little bit, I don't want to use the word ugly, but the faces are not addressed in this patch. However, the audio issues are, the ones we heard on Thursday. The crashing issues are all patched, no more soft locks. So we are free to play this game to our little heart's contents now. Oh, I am just delighted. If you can and have any interest in this game, please, please, please go and buy it on PSN. Show Sony that we're interested in it. Show Sony that we will give them money for it. And maybe someday we'll get a full remaster or even a remake. Alright, let's stock up on items, eh? A couple of those. I got lots of these. I like to keep 2 of each, so actually I need to sell a couple body purifiers. Okay. Gonna keep 3 of those, I think, and sell off the rest. And then I wanted to keep 2 body purifiers and sell the others. Okay. Should be good on items. Let's take a look at the lists. We'll go ahead and sort. Okay, so 4 healing potions, 3 Angel's Prayer, 2 each mind and body purifier, and a handful of magic items for Shauna, plus 1 total vanishing. I kind of want to try using that on one of those yellow birds. I wonder if it would work. We'll try that in a little bit. But first, I want to look around. This is an item shop. Why is there a skeleton on the back wall? That's something I never noticed in the original low-res version. My goodness. Not finding any stardust in here, so let's move on. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, why don't we go ahead and try that total vanishing on a yellow bird? And you'll see what I mean, or rather you'll hear what I mean, or rather you won't hear what I mean, in that there will be no more audio glitches. Okay, we're off to a good start. He's going to let me have a turn. Now, I don't really expect this to work. No. That's what I thought. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Now we know for sure. Okay, so we've done 1 damage so far. Come on, buddy, please stay. I want to see what you drop. 2 damage. He's cooperating. This is good. Three damage. Stay. 4. Okay, he's only got 4 HP. Let's see what we get. Aside from a couple of addition usages, of course. 300 gold, so not a lot, but that doubles what we have now. and an item Elude Cloak. I think I know exactly who's getting that. Shauna. What? Did someone say something? Yeah, it was me. I said Shauna. Because I'm thinking, if that's as good as I hope it is. Okay. Ooh. We lose 10 defense, but gain 20% physical evasion. I think I like the defense better, if I'm honest, because that's a guaranteed reduction versus a maybe miss or evade, and full damage the rest of the time. I'd rather have the damage come in slowly so I can heal it rather than big hits or maybe a miss. So, cool. We know now what the yellow bird drops. And that seems like it would be a good place to grind. Since you can get off 1 or 2 attacks before you either win or it flees. The money is good for this part of the game. However, no dragoon spirits, or no dragon spirits, so no dragoon levels yet. Therefore, no need to grind. Okay, we're going to go ahead and rest, because I noticed Lavitz at least was getting low on HP. And only 10 gold. Meaning, hey, I got good profit off of that bird, even though I spent some right away. Alright, let's continue looking around. Bale. See what some people have to say. Slambert Plaza. My goodness. In the water well. Oh. I don't think I found that on my first run. Just a Stardust chilling in the well. Okay. Very cool. Ah, the stables. I don't recall there being anything in here. But of course I'm gonna poke around. Okay. Didn't find anything. Always on the lookout for Stardust, as you know by now. Wait. Oh yeah, we need to go to King Albert before we visit Lavitz's home. Okay. That is very fair. Duty bound to king and country. A very admirable knight indeed, Sir Lavitz. Nothing interesting that I'm finding. Oh, some lore about Stardust here. Let's see. Known as the Wishing Stone. As the name implies, it's believed to fulfill the wish of the person who gets it. Okay. Well, sir, do you have any? Because I wish for some. I'll be able to trade it for good items later in the game. And that's not a spoiler, friends. That's why you collect Stardust. You get good stuff for it later on. Oh, pardon me, I've been very congested today. We've had some, excuse me, some interesting weather with snow and then clear skies and then snow again and now rain. So the barometric pressures have been messing with my sinuses. Yes, that's a real thing. Any of you who don't suffer from sensitive sinuses, I envy you a lot. You ever hear of having a weather knee? Like when the weather gets bad, your knee starts aching? Kind of a old man trope. Well, my family gets weather sinuses. When the weather gets bad, we get sinus headaches and congestion, and We're kind of a mess, if I'm honest. But you know, you learn to live with it and you get by. I like that you can actually hear the clang clang of this guy training. But where's the stardust? Show me the stardust. What did that say? What is this place? It's a pompous place. What? How do you get pompousness out of this? It just looks like a magic research lab or something. Pompous. Wow. Seems presumptuous to call it pompous. Oh, sparkle arrow. Did I get one of those for Shauna already? Yes, I did. Now I have an extra. Darn it. I forgot about that. All the horses are gone. All the horses are gone. All the horses are gone. Even this one. It is good as a charger. Well, if you got a cell phone that's low on battery, it's good as a charger. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I'm kidding. Boxes, storage, goodies, stuff? No? Okay. Boxes, storage, goodies, stuff. Ouch. Phew. Hey, Stardust. Thought there was one in there. Yes, you did know it. I know it, you know it, everybody knows it, baby. It's Sir Lavitz. Okay. Can I then go down here into that middle place that I saw? Yeah. And then down again. I'm hoping to get over to that other ladder that we just saw on the right. Oh, no, not here. That's, there we go. Okay, I know what that is. That'll come in handy later. Open that door. And then later, when I go through that passage from the outside, I'll be able to climb up into the castle, into that room with an item box. This green arrow here is very confusing. It's for the staircase that you see to the south. Whoops. Okay, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'll get out of your way. I promise I'll get out of your way. I'm trying. Okay, there we go. Goodies, stuff. Stardust. Gold. Anything? No? Okay. Honestly, and I've said this in my other playthrough of this game, I've never beaten this game. Let alone do I know where all the hidden stuff is. Like the stardust and the gold and other hidden goodies. I don't know most of it, except for what I learned and what you guys told me about on the last playthrough. There's a certain character who you can get a Dragoon spirit for very early or very late. And you guys educated me on how to get him early. And that's still very appreciated to this day because he becomes one of the best characters in the game. Not the best, but certainly an amazing tank. If you get his Dragoon Spirit early enough, he deals good damage, he absorbs damage. Dude's a beast in a good way. Actually, I just had a slight change of heart. Or, in this case, a change of dart. Ha ha ha. Oh, punny. I had a long work day, and I'm congested, so my pun filter is a little lower than normal. Prepare yourselves. Sarcasm and puns galore. So, one thing that I just recalled we got at the end of last episode was some spirits. So now I can talk to this drunk guy. Does it smell like Teen Spirit? Are you Nirvana? Kurt Cobain? Dave Grohl? Chris Novoselic? Is that you? Yeah, Nirvana were good ones. The ones who are still around still are good ones. Or he's talking about alcoholic spirits that we picked up in the game. I'm just talking about one of my favorite bands in real life. Nirvana, and by extension, Foo Fighters. Real good. Generally, I like foreign music a little better than most American music, if I'm perfectly honest. But as far as American artists go, Nirvana, Foo Fighters, way up at the top of my preferred artists list. Oddly, so is Weird Al Yankovic, so there's a mix for you. Go directly from Learn to Fly to Polka Your Eyes Out. My playlist will give you whiplash. I'm a very boring driver. I will not get in any wrecks. You will not get physical whiplash from riding in my car. But my playlist will give you audio whiplash, for sure. Okay, that's an interesting little kind of peeks out into the canal, but doesn't seem to go anywhere. Okay, so here's the door we opened earlier. Now I can come up this way, and this should get us into that other little room on the bottom floor of the castle. Yeah, here we go. All of that for 20 gold. Was it worth it? Yeah. I think so. Alright. Don't think there's anything here. But I can take this boat and get to one more area that we weren't able to access before. This will take us on a merry ride through the canals. You see another little piece of bale that you don't always get to see if you take this boat route. A couple of roofs. Woo, exciting, I know. Past drunk dude, still drinking. Guy needs an intervention. I want a side quest where we can save him from his alcoholism. Help him get his life on track and become successful. Alright, through that passage we saw earlier. Walked through, rather. Almost there, friends. Here we are. Yeah. Now in here, it's covered. It'll be covered with cobwebs, but I guess I'll take it out. The things I do for Stardust. I did remember that one. Now we get back on the boat. And this should return us pretty much directly to the point where we got on the boat. I guess there was one more screen to go through first. And our lovely little round trip of Bale via canal boat has come to an end. Please gather all your belongings and exit the boat. Thank you for joining us on this tour. Now back to your regularly scheduled gameplay. Oh wait, that was your regularly scheduled gameplay. We'll just continue with it then. And we'll wind our way back. And it is, in fact, finally time to go report to King Albert. If you know, you know, but those who are watching this for the first time, get ready to meet who became one of my favorite characters the further I got into this game. Story-wise, I should say. Mechanics-wise, I think Kongol and Meru are my favorites. They'll join us later on. Oh, that's a little bit of a spoiler. I'm sorry. Anyway, I like King Albert's story. We'll be interacting with him quite a lot as the game progresses. Again, if you know, you know. And if you don't, buckle up. It's going to be quite a ride. It's another Stardust. Lots of Stardust. I think that's it for Stardust in this castle. Let's see here. I can come around here. Why is there a cupboard in such a place? And why isn't there Stardust in it? 100 gold. That's what I'm talking about. Those green arrows are still a little odd. I'm not sure how to get to those ones. Is it like here? Yes, there we go. I found it. Oh, I don't think I found this screen in my last playthrough other than going through it via boat. So that's how you get out here. Okay, cool. I guess that must be where Albert addresses his people or something. And look, a way down. Ooh. Did I find this last time? I don't think I did. Active ring. That does not sound familiar. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What is? Avoids... Oh. Well, I'm a little dispirited now because that's not very exciting. But dispiriting is bad. If you get dispirited, you no longer accumulate SP. Which means if you have a dragon spirit, you will not gain dragoon experience points while you are dispirited. And there are some enemies who really like to cast despirit on you. And they just happen to be in one of my favorite places to level grind. Well, not level grind, but addition grind. So preventing despiriting is very good. However, there's a better way to do that via use of a helmet, which I will pick up later. Might grind for 3 of those. I don't know yet. Whoa. Half of Albert's face is missing. He does not actually have a big eye patch over the right side of his face. That's a missing polygon. Whoa. His face was so wibbly. Friends, I want you to just pretend that the faces in this look good, okay? Can we do that? to the act of this young man. The one single act. I only did one thing. Should be actions, but, you know, the translation was not changed for the HD upscale. It's bad. It's real bad. But it's part of the rustic charm of the game, okay? Just like the cheesy voices. Well, Shauna's from Celis, I'm from Neat, but Celis has been my home village, other than the 5-year journey that I went on. So, you know, I've been here and there. Real talk, though, I'd love to see a prequel to this game that shows Dart's 5-year journey. That would be pretty fun. Could probably make it a action RPG, since he'd be going solo. Turn-based would get pretty cumbersome. Like Dragon Quest 1, kind of cumbersome. Ugh. Don't get me wrong, Dragon Quest 1 is great, but having only one character fully turn-based, rough. Way better in DQ2, where you got 3 party members. Jeez, a declaration of love right in front of the king. This gal is bold. She knows what she wants. That's fantastic. You know, I don't think I'm going to call it Hoax this playthrough because that name is so... sounds like a hoax. Get it? Maybe I'll call it Hoax. No, that sounds like Hoax on, Hoax off. There's no winning here. Some of these cities just need to be renamed. My friend, what you need is a Dragoon or 4. However, we don't have any of those quite yet. She literally just spelled it out. Oh, but Dart is just thick-headed and clueless. Dart, buddy, I think she knows. She's also really good with a bow, and later on she'll be able to heal like crazy. Real interesting that happened the year Shauna was born. I feel like that's going to play into the story later. Like further along than I got even with my other playthrough. Apparently the black monster eats gods for breakfast. Or maybe lunch? Doesn't really specify. Alright, here we go. Cutscene time with voice.
As if they were gods, Winglies ruled over all living creatures and used them as slaves. The enslaved suffered a terrible domination and injustice. Their anger turned to a flame of fury. Then a gust of wind blew throughout the lands, spreading the flame to a blazing fire. The wind was Emperor Diaz. 7 incarnations of dragons served the Emperor. Their bravery inspired people to take up arms. Thus began the Dragon Campaign. It was a harsh war. Both people and Winglies suffered countless injuries and fatalities. After a long period of suffering, it was the humans who acquired the future. The age of humans had begun.
Friends, I hope you are ready for lots of cheesy voice acting, because that's some of the best in the whole game right there. Like, highest quality, least cringe. Ugh. Like I said, it's charming in retrospect. You gotta be ready for the campiness, though. Ooh, Albert, your face is missing again, bud. Sir, Your Majesty. That's what she said. Couldn't resist. The filter's off tonight. I'm so tired. I kind of want to see it too. I mean, I've seen it before, but super sharp, crystal clear pixels. So this is one of those scenes that looks a lot better if you actually turn down the resolution, because the pixels being sharp and crisp just look jaggy and blocky. But if you see this on like a CRT TV, with a PS1 output, the pixels blend and it turns into like really nice pre-rendered art for the time, of course. Don't get me wrong, we've come a long way since then, but man, this was kind of pushing what the PS1 could do. in some aspects. It was late in the PS1's life cycle, 2000, but yeah, looked really, really, really good. Personally, I put the art on par with Final Fantasy VII's pre-rendered backgrounds. But again, crispening it like this makes it not as good. That's why we would really like a remaster or remake instead of an upscale, but for now, we take what we can get. This is really, really good now that they have fixed the bugs, minus like the melting faces and missing polygons. And whatever's happening with Dart's hand right now. We are supposed to return to Celis with Shauna. I kind of forgot about that in our haste to escape. Well, plus Lavitz needed to come back and make his report. Look at poor Shauna's face right now. And Lavitz. Lavitz has that tiny face meme going on. And like Dart has one eyeball that's melting down his face. And Shauna looks like her lower jaw just like she swallowed her lower jaw. Ugh. Yo, I still love this game, don't get me wrong, but I'm absolutely gonna rag on these faces for how poorly they upscaled. Yeah, you go, Dart. Good decision. Good decision. Yes, all this said, we do need to go back to Celis to check in, though. Well, we've already been to the item shops, the weapon shops. But we'll go meet your mom. She sounds nice. Also, a Stardust check? Don't think there's any. My friend, Albert, my brother in Christ. Dole didn't want to destroy Celis. That was all Freugel's doing. Dole just wanted the girl. He said, go in and get the girl. And Freugel said, destroy the place while you're at it. Not defending Emperor Dole or anything. We'll find out he's a bit of something that rhymes with Dole, if you catch my drift. Oh, I'm not allowed to go in. Well, in that case, I'm out. That's part of why I love Albert. Dude's got a slide. Oh, I'm not allowed in here? Yeet! You wake up in the morning. King's hungry for breakfast. You gotta get down to the kitchen right away. Slide. Man, I wonder if there's something like that I could build in Dragon Quest Builders 2. Make myself a big old castle with a parapet that has my chambers in it and a trapdoor that leads to a little stairwell that leads to a slide. That would be fun. Really, really fun. But I don't know if there's slides in that game. Okay, now we can go in. I immediately started ransacking the place for Stardust, and then there's a cutscene with Lavitz being a good son. Oops. Yeah, probably not a good idea to tell her. Oh, no. That's a misunderstanding. Yeah, you know what? Good luck, Shauna. No, I'm kidding. We're in a relaxed setting. We're telling a joke. It's okay. So forward. So refreshing. loot your house for Stardust. I don't remember if there's one in here or not. I actually don't think so. I'm going to stay out of the kitchen, so we don't want to get in the way. But let's have a look around upstairs, shall we? I thought Lavitz was supposed to follow me around. Maybe I'll try talking to him again. Lunch is not ready yet. Well, show me around your house. Yeah, it is pretty big. All right, that sounds interesting. No, of course not. Oh, Dart, you are the silly sometimes. This should be Mom's room? Yeah. That explains the one pillow on the bed. I mean, we knew his father passed away, we already learned that, but just to put it into words. As a fighter, yes, naturally. To be completely honest, when I started this game, strategy was my weak point too. I was not good at the combat system, but I've learned, and I'm okay at it now. I wouldn't say I'm super good, but I don't really have any complaints left about the battle system. Other than the AI picking on characters, that's a little cheap, but you can work around it later in the game. Here we go, crunchity pixels again. Still looks really good though. Go ahead and put me down to 320p for this. I don't mind. It'll look good. You can appreciate the view of the castle and not have it look like a Minecraft castle. Indeed. best way I ever heard this story summed up was it's a playable 90s anime. It's got all the tropes and a surprisingly heavy story. Although presented a bit simplistically most of the time. Very, very enjoyable, in my opinion. And even with the melting faces. Sure, we do need to go to a couple of shops. No, we don't. I'm saying that to let him get away from his mom. Goodies. What do we have? Money. Wait, what did that say? A vintage ladder. I wonder if it's okay to use. We're not going to. What on earth is this for? Shouldn't that be what on endiness is this for? Anyway. I guess endiness is the continent, and things like Serdio are the countries on the continent. So I guess it's still on Earth, technically speaking. Alright, let's just zip back up here real quick now that I can check under where the ladder was. Nope. Come on, how do I see the... There we go. I want to go out on the roof and poke around, look for stardust. Don't think there's any out here, but I like to satisfy my own curiosity, you know? Oh. Oh, wait a sec. What's this? No, like for real. I actually don't remember this. Oh. This might be how we spend the last 5 to 7 minutes of the episode, friends. Trying the balance beam. And I think I'll use the arrows instead of the thumbstick, see if that helps any. Reminder, on the HD remake, since this controller has D-pad and thumbstick, unlike the PS Classic that has just D-pad, D-pad while holding circle runs, D-pad without circle walks, and analog stick always runs. Okay. Yo, what the heck? I pressed X right there. You know what, I think I'll give it one more try, and if I don't get it, then I'll go over to the save point and wrap up the video and try to get it between episodes. Because I'd really like to know what's over there. Okay. Oh, I can do this just by mashing X. That's cool. So I'm just going to mash X like I'm boosting an attack this whole time. That seems to do the trick. Turbo controller would come in handy, I suppose. Do they make those for PS4 and PS5? I'm sure someone does, right? It would be weird if they didn't have one. Okay, what's in the box? Healing Breeze. Healing Breeze this early in the game. Okay. That's a really good item. For those who don't know, Healing Breeze recovers the entire party's HP by half, whereas Healing Potion is just one character. So, oh man, what a great item. Okay, and I can hop down on the hay bale. Perfect, okay, well, we've done it. We're gonna wrap up this episode here. And then in the next one, I will go back to Celis. And then after that, we will move on to Hoax or Hoax or Hoax or however you want to pronounce it. Yes, that was a terrible noise, and I promise I'll never make it again in this series, if I can avoid it. But, at any rate, that's all for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It helps the video get seen and the channel to grow. If you'd like to see more content like this, consider subscribing. I upload episodes of Legend of Dragoon every Tuesday and Thursday, and now we got that sweet, sweet patch. No more bugs, baby! I'm so excited. On Saturdays, I do Dragon Quest Builders too, so if that sounds like your cup of tea, go ahead and subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications of when I upload a new video. Other than that, once more, just thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye.